Hello folks, we're back. It's KWADeRATIC, the pandemic version. What are we doing? Does anybody know how this works? Hi chat, who's out there? Oh my god, Winter Blue, he's out there. Pucker, FPV, hello, Alpha, Finley, Winter Blue, again. There's lots of people, there's loads of people. Why are there so many people? Speaking of people, oh look, it's a people!
Hello.
You're in a starry sky.
Yeah, because space.
Space.
You need lots of space to stay safe from the Omicron variant.
Yes.
Of
Are you hiding in the bathroom?
I'm hiding in my kitchen. Hello everyone in chat.
Holy hand grenades! I'm just in time. You are indeed, RC Maniac. Just in time for hello, darling.
Hello.
Just wandering to the back of shot. That's fine. Professional production. Hello. It's all going very well. There you go. Come on in. Come and say hello.
Hello.
What the?
Yay. Mr. Bim and Mr. Crawl. I'm almost tempted to say play it again. Chat, if you want us to play the crawl again, just say so. If we get enough people saying they want us to play it again, we'll do it.
If you want to see the crawl again, you have to post in chat rubber baby buggy bumpers. That's the deal.
There you go.
Everybody post rubber baby buggy bumpers in chat. I will play the crawl again. Anyway, who's out there? Clive. Clive is first. Clive, you were first like an hour ago. What's even happening? Just good grief. Had to quickly go back and read the crawl. The crawl was very good. I didn't even write the crawl this week. This year. When was that? How long ago has it been since we did a KWADeRATIC?
A long time. It's been a really long time since we've done a show.
Pre-pandemic, surely.
No, it was during the pandemic. I think it was before last Christmas.
Last Christmas.
Christmas,
you
gave me my heart.
And the very next day, we turned a bit gay.
You gave it away.
Yeah.
Did you? Wow.
A little bit.
Oh, look at that. There's lots of rubber baby
crazy wife
in
has
the
been
chat.
crazy. What is this? Is that...
Is she making... That looks like Iron Brew.
Iron Brew, or the doctor's not going to be pleased with that sample.
Iron Brew
That's
mixed
a
with
very bizarre beverage. Rubber baby... Yeah, look, no, come on. Winter Blue, you can't participate. You wrote it. What's all this? Never seen one of these before.
Yeah,
that's how long it's been.
That's how
long it's been since we've done one. It smells funny.
That's what she said. What is it? So my lovely other half has just sent me a text from the other room where she's just said we've whamageddoned everyone in the chat, and she's absolutely
no,
right.
it doesn't count. It has to be the actual. You can't. If it's someone just singing it, it doesn't count.
What is it? What's your drink?
I think that might be some sort of mead.
No, it's cider.
Is it cider? It's a cider.
Cider.
Get some cider in cider. That's what I say. Happy birthday, KPV. Everybody in the chat, wish KPV a happy birthday. Don't do it. You can't do that. Hold on. There you go. I'll save you all. There you go. Put your mic back up. Happy birthday, KPV. Thanks, Matt. Did my gimbals arrive? Yes, because Matt's buying KPV gimbals for his birthday. Did you know? It's very nice of him, isn't it? How do Numbskull? Good to see you. They're at the stupid delivery office. Is that opposed to the sensible one? Is there a sensible one?
Is it? That's what I was thinking.
I'm having all sorts of delivery issues. So my MX-5 is like a bit silly, and because it's a bit silly, it has roundels on the doors, so white circles, with the racing number in the circle. Right now, my racing number is 74, so there's a big 74 on the side of the car, which is parked sideways in front of the house. So as you walk down the drive, you see the side of the car, right? And house is number 77.
I can see how that leads to some
delivery
levels
drivers
of
are
confusion.
walking down the drive. They get halfway down the drive. They see the car. Let me make this clear. It is a car with a 74 on the door. Decide that the house must be number 74 and leave.
Yeah, because a car number and a house number are the same thing. God forbid you. And so, that's terrible. Hi, Cool Cat. Yes, there is a lot of facial hair.
Yes,
facial hair is
they will make it to the door eventually. They'll go and check at 79, and then they'll check at 81, and then they'll come back because something in their brain tells them that they may have been right. And we answer the door, and they go, "Oh, I thought it was at the wrong house." And we're like, "That's a car. This is a house."
At least people can find the property. So where me and the lovely lady that I'm spending my life with live is at the end of a very long drive that no one can find ever. Like ordering from Just Eat is a nightmare. We have to do exciting things like give them what 3 words and GPS coordinates to the front door, and they still can't find the place. So I've been walking up and down the street forever. I'm like, it's right here, dude.
Amazing.
So
they just don't employ delivery drivers for their ability to find a place. What on earth is in that glass? That is some sort of cider. It tastes nothing like cider. Sounds like I need to get the Sharpie out. Yeah, or I need to change my race number to 77, or move house to a house that's number 74, or beat delivery drivers to death with the bloody stump of their own arm.
They're not paid.
Just use an exhaust pipe.
They're intelligent.
They're not paid to be employed.
Not employed.
I'm fairly sure.
Paid to be employed. So, as everyone in the chat should know, this is actually supposed to be about drones and flying machines, not necessarily about deliveries. Yeah, me. Well, you told me that. We told each other that when we started this last year or the year before. When did we do the first episode?
Arcimania says episode 14 was 6 months ago. Is it really?
Wow.
That's crazy. But it's been bonkers. But I have a new desk. There's a new desk. It's currently on the back of a van coming from IKEA land, but I'm converting a room upstairs into my office. Because pandemic and working from home and sitting in the living room, it's a bit weird. So yes, we're going to have an office upstairs.
I guess it's like you never finish work because you stop working and then you move like 3 feet and then you're like you're still at work.
It's odd.
You don't have that switch off.
Chat, are you guys working from home or are you back in the office? Who's back in? Now RC Maniac repairs computers for a living, doesn't he? So I imagine you can't really do that remotely without the aid of some sort of bomb disposal expert robot thing, and remote controlled tweezers.
Do you know what? I really, really wish I had a great big spaceship and lots and lots of robots. I just needed to say that.
Have you seen season 3 of Lost in Space?
Not yet.
You need, absolutely need.
We'll get there.
Season 3, Lost in Space. Binge it. You can.
I've been watching whatchamacallit, the Asimov thing on Apple TV. I can't think what it's called. All of a sudden it's gone from my brain. But I've watched like all but the last episode of that pretty much today.
Foundation.
Thank you.
We haven't watched it. We're supposed to. Have you watched Foundation?
We started.
It's
to.
really, really
BV has
good.
a habit of watching good stuff.
We started to watch.
Did we start to watch it? Did I
No.
declare it? Did I declare it to be a bunch of
No,
arse?
it's one of those Apple TV things you have to keep looking through.
Oh, I hate Apple TV. Why can't Apple TV have a keep watching option? You know, like what? It's
does.
It's not there on the dashboard.
It does.
You have to.
You don't have to press anything. You just don't touch anything, and it carries on.
It's an outrage.
Touch nothing.
RC says he has a 30-minute commute without traffic. That's handy. My commute when it's
I wish my commute was
when
30
it's school
minutes.
holidays, my commute is 5 minutes. When the kids are back at school, it's half an hour.
I hate you both.
Ridiculous. Numbskull FPV has ruined a fleet of quads by going DJI.
How do you ruin a fleet of quads by going DJI? DJI is the future.
Sharkbite. Sharkbite is the future.
Only if you're in the racing scene.
No, they're doing a 1.1 gigawatts thing, and there's some massive hype train camera that must be good because you can't buy it. So that, I mean, you know, stuff's always good if it's out of stock, right? And yeah, and it does, like, you can have a heads-up display and all sorts of OSD, and oh, it's amazing, mate. It's the future. KPVS Schrodinger's chair.
I don't.
What?
I have an awesome chair.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about the chair. They'll have to wait until we're in the new studio, and then they'll see my chair. If we keep doing this, should we keep doing this? I think we should keep doing this because it's quite amusing, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, it can be good fun.
It can be good fun.
And I still.
So it isn't now.
Good fun.
I thought this was quite good. I was enjoying myself.
This is fun. I just want to just tell off RC Maniac for his 30-minute commute. Look, my commute is an hour each way, so
What will
don't
it be
even
when you
go
move?
there. 55
Brilliant, well done.
minutes.
That's a superb bit of planning, that is. Congratulations.
Hey, but it means I'll have a
very good.
4-bedroom house with my name on it, and it'll be called Day.
The A46 is the first bit of my commute. I quite like the A444. Yeah, the A444, because sometimes you'll turn onto the A444 and the sat nav will say, take the A444 for 4 miles, and it amuses me every fucking time. Oh, can I swear? Is it the anyway? I said fuck. Oops.
No, we're not on After
every
Dark.
flipping time. Take the A444 for 4 miles, and I have to pull over and giggle.
See,
It's great.
I have to hit. I hit the A444. I literally, on my way into work, I drive on the A444 all the way from Burton upon Trent, where I live, to Coventry. It's about 40 miles.
That sucks. Bearman says office life. Althor has never left the office. The office is in quotes, which makes me think he works in a field or something.
Or he's all
Alpha, where do you work?
KPV's
I like the
still
idea
at
of
home.
working
He's a
in the
software
field.
guru, though, isn't he? He writes clever bits of code for a living. I believe.
Well,
Yes,
someone's
absolutely.
got to. It's certainly not me. I just look at PowerShell and go, no.
I live in a whole new world
Right, my hands.
of sitting in an office full of software developers. It's very strange. They are odd bunnies.
Yeah, how is the new job? Because the last stream we did, I'm pretty sure you were bricking it about starting your new job. So now you've been
Yes.
there for like 6
I have
months.
been in my new job
So
for 6
are
months.
you settled? Is it good?
I still don't actually know what my job is, which is really awesome. It's
just means
it
you
is
get to make
really
it up as you go
good.
along, right?
It's really like something pops up and you're like, do I want that responsibility? Yes, that sounds like fun. I'll do that. And then something else pops up and you're like, no. And then the boss says, well, you're doing it anyway. So yeah, I've made the mistake of being too useful, I think, in the first 6 months. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that. That looks like fun. And now they give me everything. Oh, great. I spent
At
the
least
day
you know you're
fighting,
wanted.
a CentOS server, which was fun. Basically, I do Homer Simpson's job, but at a biogas plant.
Does that mean you use half your ass and just press the Y button over and over
So
again?
I
It's
think
the
he
American
farts in a tube. Isn't that what?
Oh, maybe.
Is that
Are
what
you in fact
biogas
yellow?
is? I don't know.
I don't know.
All I know is we've got to stop the cows from farting.
God.
That's the only way to solve global warming. Is we've got to stop the cows from farting.
Butt plugs.
But then the cows would explode. Sure. You don't want to explode
Well, that'd be
cows.
funny.
That would be bad. That would be bad.
Oh God! So I did something quad related this week. I reinstalled Velocidrone
Impressive.
on my laptop.
How many days did it take?
It took forever. And then I launched Velocidrone on my laptop and was reminded how absolutely terrible the user interface
Why
is.
can't they get the UI right? Why can't they? I mean, they've updated it though. It's new, and it's just as bad.
Yeah, I can see that. I even, like, on my desk right now, I don't know if the camera will see it, but look, I have a radio on my desk and everything. It's a radio that lived in a field for quite some time, but that's an X-Lite. That doesn't count.
You pinch too much. There was a big debate the other night on pinching or thumbing, and the dukes? Everybody was posting pictures of their fingertips on the Killer Quad's Discord, and hello. Hold on. What button do I press to get you?
Oh, look, she's running away. She's running away.
Yes, I have been convinced that I need to go hybrid at least, and that's just strange. It's very strange. Need to get you a proper green screen.
Yeah.
Wait, Winter Blue still owns a radio.
House.
Yes. Can I
it's
just
in the
ask?
plan.
That's a real radio and not that DJI shite.
This is my Tango 2 that lived in a field for a while because I lost it.
What? Lived in a field?
It still works.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean lived in a field? You
I mean, it fell out of my bag and I didn't realise. I found it purely by chance when I kicked it.
Is this the Tango 2 that you lost? That you thought you'd lent it to somebody?
Yeah.
So you didn't lend it to somebody. It dropped out of your bag. So
Yeah,
you didn't know it was in a field. You thought you'd lent it to someone and you couldn't figure out who you'd lent it to, and then one day,
Yeah.
months later, days later,
Yeah.
you go to the flying field, you're walking along, you kick something on the ground and you go, some idiot has lost a Tango 2. And then you realise,
I know it
idiot.
was mine because I dropped super glue on it shortly after I got it. So and it's definitely mine because it has the super glue on it still. It is the worst radio I've ever used.
I have so many
It's horrible.
questions. How did nobody else find it?
Because the grass
Why
goes up
wasn't
to your
it
waist.
waterlogged and dead? How does it still work? I
don't know. It didn't. To be fair, it didn't work for a while. I had to reflash the firmware and replace the SD card, which meant open heart surgery. But this is a V1 Tango 2 that I will never ever fly with. Pretty much.
That's bonkers.
You're not getting my other half a green morph suit. RC Maniac, that is not happening.
That would just be hilarious. But
I mean, Serb, you've met my other half. Like, you know how awesome she is, but let's not put her in a green morph suit.
That would be fantastic. I just want to see your headphones randomly taken off and float away. That would be quite funny.
Interestingly, the field where this was at Hawkesbury Village in Coventry, which is no longer
Is it a housing estate now?
Last time I was there, which admittedly was like August, it was a giant hole in the ground.
So it's going to be a housing estate. Joy, that's what we need. Yeah. More houses. Brilliant. Cool Cat says, would Schrodinger's tonight experiment still be relevant in demonstrating quantum duality if the box were made of perspex? Would the wave function collapse? No, that's not how that works.
That's really random.
Someone probably did find it but left it by that. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Some like hundreds of people have like seen it and gone, yeah, I don't want that shit.
Do you know what's really scary? It's still got the little sticker that comes on the little screen.
You haven't peeled it.
You know, the peel-off
not have peeled
protective
it?
sticker.
That's the best bit.
Because
I think you should.
no, well,
I think you
it's
should.
probably the
peel
best
it
bit
right
of the
now
radio.
on camera. We need an up
No,
close
No.
peelage. Need peelage.
No.
Peel it. Peel it. Peel it.
No.
Peel it. It says something about TBS quality. It says something about Winter Blue's brain that he just left it lying in a field for months.
It's a crappy radio.
I wish I'd,
it's a
seen,
Tango
I wish I'd
2.
seen
It's
your face. I wish I'd seen the like, oh my god, why is there a Tango 2 in the grass? Followed by, oh, it's my Tango.
Do you know what? Compare that to my DJI radio. I'll take the DJI radio every single day of the week.
Just, what?
The Tango 2 it's horrible. It's too light. The sticks are horrible. There's too much play in the sticks. It's horrible. Peel it. No.
Peel it. Peel. I've worn out my throttle gimbal.
Well, that's because you're using an X-Lite.
It's gone all squeaky. Listen. You can't hear it.
Can't hear
Oh,
it.
hold on.
No, we can't hear it.
Broken.
Time for a new radio, brother.
I've
Do you want to buy a Tango 2? It might have some field damage.
it might have some field in it. That's properly insane. I love that story. That's really good.
To be fair, it does, as I think it was KPV said, no, it was Numbskull. It does say something about TBS quality. I suppose it does say that the V1 Tango 2 was a tough as nails radio. Bear with me. That's true. So my other half has just said that if you have my Tango 2, you could peel off the label yourself, Cerberus.
Peel it. No, because a Tango 2 doesn't have a module bay on the back, does it? So I could not do ghosting.
But the V600 does. Nobody uses Ghost. It's
X-Lite.
It's all about ER.
It's all about the X-Lite. I keep telling you, Vanover loves his X-Lite. So, you know.
Yeah, but who's he? Some American dude.
Who won DRL? Because for some reason you can't watch DRL in the UK, which is, I don't understand why it's geo-locked. That's really stupid.
I'm going to go with Dave.
No. Evan Turner won the first round, I believe, and then after that I stopped following because I wanted to watch it rather than just redo on it. But I think Vanover probably won a couple. Chat, who won DRL? And how do you watch it in the UK without investing in a VPN and pretending you're American? Well, shucks, boy, I want to watch some YouTube. Something, I don't know.
RC Maniac thinks you need some lubrication, Serb.
I mean, maybe. But the idea of, like, gripping a small, slippery stick. You know. Just. It's not my idea of a good time.
Oh. Yay!
Clive FPV says it was between Vanny and Heads Up. I thought it would be, to be fair. They do highlights in YouTube. I don't want no stinking highlights. I want the whole thing. Give me everything or give me nothing. Give me liberty or bring me Jeff.
Jeff.
I don't know why. No concept.
Jeff got to do with it.
No
Poor
concept.
Yeah.
It's
Did you keep him? You don't even have a cupboard on your stairs.
it's downhill from here, folks. You're assuming we were on any high ground to start with. We start in the lowlands and then we dig holes.
To be fair, when you want to go flying, you want to start at the top of the hill, so it is all downhill. Especially if you're flying a wing.
Still haven't flown my wing. I should probably fly that.
Fly from the top of the hill. I still haven't finished building my Drac. In fact, my Drac has now been in storage since August.
Is it in big yellow storage?
Along with, it's not in big yellow storage. It's in a storage unit.
I don't know it. I don't know any other storage providers.
There's millions of them out there. There's so many storage people out there. It's crazy. I've got to say, I'm really looking forward to getting stuff out of storage and being able to like finish my Drac so it can hang on the wall.
NumbskullFPV says his jumper T16 goes cheap. I mean, mine goes squeak. Is it? I don't.
And it's a jumper T16, which means that all the ribbon cables will fall out of it and it won't work.
Cheap. I did momentarily look at getting a T16 when I was sort of being talked into this pinching thing, and actually I've discovered I can hybrid pinch with an X-Lite, so I'm sticking to my X-Lite. X-Lite is the future.
Until your gimbal fails, and then you won't be able to get spares.
Can you get spares? I haven't looked. Do they still do gimbals for an X-Lite? They must do. I bet they do.
No.
I bet they do.
Probably not. Nah.
It just wants some lubricant in it. No, I don't want it. It'll just go everywhere. Yeah, but I'm a crappy pilot, so it works.
No, you're not. You're not a crappy
56th
pilot.
in the UK.
You're the pilot who brings. There you go. 1,500. I'm not even in the top 1,000. Based on so, as you guys know, I'm not a race pilot. I get really frustrated, mainly because I'm really competitive, and if I'm not winning, I get really cross with myself. And I don't even have to be beating anyone else. It's beating myself. Do better. Me, do better. Yeah, that'd be great. So, as I said earlier, I fired up Velocidrone on my laptop this week, and I played the Quadlantis level, and my 3 laps took me 15 minutes.
You got to go back to pylons. You got to go to pylons. This KPV taught me the sense of this. Go back to pylons until you can do pylons on full throttle for 3 laps without dropping the throttle once. You can't progress anywhere else. You have to have achieved that, and then you can move on to flying tracks. And not tracks that are 12 miles long. You crazy man. Build into it gradually. You wouldn't jump straight into an F1 car, would you?
I just fuck yeah, I would.
Okay, you would. So would I. We would die horribly in flames. But yeah, that is, as KPP says, that is an absolute nightmare track. That's like, it's no Beck's batch.
Really, like the spirally bit in the middle is awesome if you can get around it.
What you need to play is Behrman's tunnels. Behrman's tunnels map is just it's one of the best maps. It's just the best map in the world. They should actually delete all of the other maps and just keep that one, because Behrman's tunnels.
That's quite a statement. Whatever happened to their shooty simulator-y thing where you could fly around shooting each other? Like that was like going to be so like the thing, and then
I played it once. And
right.
Everybody else that was playing it had been playing it since like 1904, so they had like loads and loads of experience. So you go in as an absolute newbie and just get totally slaughtered, and then never play it again because it's really boring just getting shot. The tunnels are actually the easy bit. Yes, it was.
So
go on.
Corkscrew was min bending. I've got a question about real life flying. So I know that because I keep up with the news, Killer Quads have recently acquired a new flying site for winter whooping.
It's amazeballs. So we now have 2 venues. We have the original venue, Fundamental Movement Academy, Solihull, where we race on every other Sunday, and we now have the Fundamental Movement Academy, Evesham, where we race every other Saturday the weekends alternate, as you've probably guessed. And it's actually at the Valley Shopping Centre, and it was Halford's / Boardman's Centre of Excellence, which basically was a massive wind tunnel for riding your bike in, which has now all been removed, and it's now a fundamental movement academy, which is amazing. And there's a coffee shop, and you can have a latte, and there's ice cream, and it's amazing. Really good.
They do really good coffees.
Oh yeah, the hot chocolate is with the marshmallows. Oh, it's amazeballs. So yes, come and join us.
And I know you fitted permanent
Oh
track
my God.
features there as well.
That was so scary, guys. Have any of you ever been on a scissor lift? Because it's the scariest thing. 10 meters is a long chuffing way, and it's fine when you're in the scissor lift, right? And it's like not extended; it's just on the ground. Yeah, you hop into it, you shut the gate, and you're like, yeah, this is cool, happy days. And then you stand there and you push the joystick to go up. And you don't really kind of like wander around, you just stood there pushing the thing to go up. Yeah. And then you get to 10 meters high, and you've got a whoop gate behind you in the basket, so you turn around and go to pick it up, and the whole thing goes budum budum budum. You're like, ah! It's horrific. So I very quickly learned, just don't move. You have to make very small, very careful, planned movements to stop it from just feeling terrible. And actually, if you've got one hand on the ceiling and it wobbles, you don't feel so bad, weirdly, because you're connected to something that isn't moving.
You're anchored.
Like you'd just like hang on to that as the thing fell from under you or something. But, when are we going to swap from a Whoop event to a
Probably
VR
would try
event?
and hang on
No.
to a VR event.
We
Beerman, what
we
do you
should
mean?
do some. We should do some.
Explain
Velocidrone.
yourself.
We should stream some Velocidrone racing, because it can be quite amusing.
Or do you think it means Velocidrone rather than VR?
Oh, does he mean? Oh yeah, virtual reality. Virtual reality.
Variable reality.
How many pairs of pants did you go through? I stopped wearing them in the end. It was a waste of time.
He's taken up being like
Yeah, I
Mr.
just went for a
Bardwell
plastic
around
bag,
skirts.
2 holes in it, bit of sellotape around the legs. It was just easier. Empty it at the end of the day. It's fine. Otherwise, you're up and down changing underwear. It's time consuming. It was fully
my
scary.
God.
Fully scary.
I haven't been able to get down to the Evesham site. I would like to at some point, but it is such
It is,
a
because
long drive.
you're
for
an
me.
hour north and it's an hour
It
south
is.
from here, so it will be a trek. It's worth it though,
Yeah, so it's
because you
it's like
can
4 hours,
combine
right?
it with a shopping trip. You can get the good lady into the car
Yay!
and take her for a lovely shopping trip on a Saturday to the valley, and she can go in all the highfalutin shops. It's like Bicester Village, but a bit more Midlands. And you can buy a Burberry jacket and all that shit, and then you can come and do a bit of whooping.
Okay, there's a couple of things wrong with that. Number one, can you really see my other half wearing Burberry?
I mean, I'm good with Photoshop. I could probably do something.
She may kill you with fire. And second of all, I don't have a Whoop. And if I did, it would be a decased Vista Whoop, and they're expensive.
Just come for the
and pain in
coffee,
arse, so-
basically. FMA is the
Drink coffee.
perfect VR play space. It is, absolutely. So I haven't been able to play with my Quest 2 during the pandemic because living room turned into an office. There's no space. So I dusted it off on Saturday, and I'm like, right, while they're all whooping, I'm going to find a huge corner of the gym and do some VR. And VR
Yep.
is very strange when people start flying a whoop round your head. But it was good.
I've been asked an important question
Go on.
about the Evesham site. Are there lots of shoe shops?
Are there lots of shoe shops? No. There's one. There's one shoe shop.
Is there?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's one shoe shop. Yeah, and there's a garden centre, so you can pretend you're 90 and have a nice walk around the garden centre. There's a fat face. What's fat face?
I got some.
That sort of place. Tell him it's fat face.
I'll tell you something about.
It's a fat face sort of place. BV says. I'm gonna have to Google it
I don't
now.
know what that means.
God.
So the thing about garden centres, there was one.
Ashley's chili things from.
Huh?
There's one thing about garden centres that's truly amazing, and that's the ones with cafes, because they always have like the most amazing full English breakfasts. It's like the law.
There's at least one show shop. What's a show shop?
That's what we're doing, a show shop. And while you're all watching, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and please, for the love of God, ding the bell.
What the deuce? He's got an actual bell. You're a mentalist. Right, there's leading labels: Crafter's Companion, The Works, British Nautical Heritage, Cotswold Needlecraft, Cotton Traders, Manor Angling. What? He's right. There's a random fishing tackle shop. Absolute Silver, Apple Barn Restaurant, Grape Tree Feel Good Foods, Barber. See, I told you there was a barber. Are any of those? There's a light railway. There's a little tiny steam train and you can go on it. It's amazing.
Can you whoop from it though?
It's outdoors. You could fly a proper quad from it. Oh, that needs to be done.
Could you fly? So you need to take your tiny trainer down there and be sat on the train flying your tiny trainer.
A tiny train while sitting on it, flying a tiny trainer.
A tiny trainer.
Oh, that's got to be a thing.
Yeah.
In fact, we should get all of us, 6 of us at least, on the tiny train, flying tiny trainers around the tiny train.
Well, if they're all DJI tiny trainers, then you can have 8 of people doing it at the same time.
But that no.
8.
Analog is the future.
8.
I'm not going HD.
8.
Decided. No, I'm not.
You already did.
Not for racing. Everybody's going shark bite next year. Everybody, all the racers, they're all going shark bite next year because of the hype. I'm going analog. I'm staying analog.
Well, you stick with your anal
This is a
locks.
list of DRL results. No, don't tell me the full results. I might be able to watch it at some point. But I am interested. No, go on. Give us the results. I am actually quite interested. Tog 24.
Let's see it.
Come on. We're on it now. Change my
Come
mind.
on, cool cat. Whoever you
Drum
are.
roll.
Oh, the anticipation. The anticipation. No, I haven't actually flown a real quad in... Well, the last time I flew a quad was my tiny trainer, and it was in the front garden here, and I crashed it into someone's drive on the other side of the road, and then I nearly hit the phone lines that are over the house, and then I thought better of it.
Your best thinking ever, to be fair, at the end of the day.
Well, it's less than 250 grams all up, so
I
you
did
can
a
fly
terrible
it anywhere.
thing with my tiny trainer. I decided I was going to go for a walk on my lunch break, and I was going to take the tiny trainer so that halfway through my walk, where I'm in a field, I could fly the tiny trainer. So I charged all 4 batteries, and then it rained. So I just popped the batteries back in the bag and thought, well, I'll go tomorrow. And I didn't go tomorrow, and so I left the fully charged batteries in the bag. And then about 2 months later, I thought, oh, I'll go and fly the tiny trainer on my walk, on my lunch break, because we're back in the house again and I'm not in the office, and I got the batteries out to put them on charge, only I didn't need to because they were still charged.
Ouch. Which leads me nicely to the tip of the week, if you wouldn't mind.
Are you saying that you've got an actual
I have a
tip of the week? Really? All right, go on.
Really. I have a tip of the week. So my tip of the week is, first of all, it's the winter. It's horrible. You don't go out flying much because it's horrible. You have lots and lots and lots of batteries. So your batteries are all sat in your battery safes or your bags or wherever the hell you keep them. Please keep your lipos somewhere safe, guys. Don't be a moron like me and keep them in a bag. And they sit there. for months on end, and you think that they're all at storage voltage and you think everything's groovy, and then the weather starts to improve and you get out your batteries and they're all fucked. And it's because you haven't checked them at least every month or two to see whether or not they are still at voltage, still at the right voltages. You know, you could save yourself a small fortune just by whacking them back on the charger and going, storage charge my battery for all of 10 minutes and just bring them back up to voltage. The other thing to remember is don't keep your lipos in the garden shed over winter because you will kill them. Absolutely kill them. I've done that myself. I lost several £100 worth of lipos that were sat in my garage at my old house over winter, and they were all 3 times their usual size and all fucked, and it was expensive. And that is my tip of the week. And just for a second.
Tip of the week. That was quite good, that. Thank you very much for your tip of the week. Put HTTPS at the start.
That's
and
all
you're
right.
Golden. What? Poofy packs. So did you hammer nails through them?
So this was a couple of years ago I learned this lesson, and what I actually did was plug my charger into a leisure battery, and someone I used to know shot them with a air rifle once we charged them up to 4.35 volts per cell. And they went bang horrendously wonderfully and dug a nice hole for it.
That's just what you want. Yes. Be kind to your lipos. Yeah, I've lost a couple storing them over winter, and you come back to them and you've just, one cell has just dropped off the planet for some reason. Yeah,
so just plug them into your charger every month or two, and just
give them a little tickle.
Storage charge. Yeah, it'll do them a world of good. Everyone likes
lipo plus cold equals no more lipo. This is quite correct. Did I dream this, or has Evan Turner at 533 brought out a hand warmer? An actual 533 hand warmer.
What's wrong with a pair of gloves?
I think I'm chat. Tell me if I dreamt that or if it was a real thing.
I know Sync FPV has his radio muff.
Is it heated?
I don't know, but it's definitely a radio muff, and it fits on his head.
Got to be a heated muff. If your muff isn't heated, then it's gone wrong, isn't it?
As long as it's not wet at the same time.
It might short circuit. You might stick your hands in and get a nasty shock. It might be wet and warm, but shocking. Or just go out and
Failsafe says just got
cold out there, damn it.
Yeah, but it's too cold and wet. I'm old.
Is that like going to buy in the Philippines?
I'll see. Failsafe. You're what? 12? 13? No, you're older than that now. You had your birthday recently, so you're like 18, I think. And yeah, you're young and don't feel the cold, and yeah, it doesn't bother you. I'm old and frail and need a blanket.
You can tell he's old and frail because he does things like leave his transmitter in a field for a month. That only happens. Only happens when you reach a certain age. You forget where everything is. You walk into a room and go, "Why am I in this room?" I have no idea.
I do that all the time. Mostly when I get to work. I get to work and I'm like, why am I here?
KPV says, yes, the warmer is a thing. Good. I wasn't having a fever dream then. Some cheap Chinese tap that they've had branded. Evan sat there in his garage.
Did they have it branded with fire?
No, he's in there in his garage with a felt tip pen putting 533 logos on cheap Chinese hand warmers. A Zippo hand warmer. Is that not just a Zippo when you light it a few times and then hold it?
No, a Zippo hand warmer is quite dangerous.
What the deuce? Zippo hand warmers are quite dangerous.
Yeah, they're like a big.
My wonderful other half.
Really?
Will be a blanket.
That's insane. Are you cold?
I'm slightly chilly, but I'm only wearing a t-shirt. But yeah, my other half literally just brought me a blanket, because she's watching the stream in the other room.
Stars so now I have thing going on. Hold on, if you put that blanket over your head, will you disappear entirely?
Hang on.
Inquiring
Let's
minds.
find out.
need to know. Go, like,
Are you ready for
3,
this?
2, 1. we did see you unfortunately wheel yourself out of shot, which sort of let the whole effect down slightly.
Hey, I tried. Okay, I tried. The thought was there.
Would I like a current list of pilots leading the DRO right now? I wouldn't have got it from Blunty. Oh, bless. No, it's all right. Don't worry, because trying to post that in chat will be a nightmare. But the thought is appreciated. Thank you very much. You kind of disappear.
I got to say that I'm just Numbskulls says once you light them, you have to burn. They have to burn out. I just kind of read it as once you light them, they have to bum out. I was just like, what? I had to read that twice. I've had real issues with reading things recently. Like I'm just misreading everything.
It's your age.
Like my brain just goes off on a really wild tangent. I can't. I was out somewhere with Sarah the other day, and I was just. There's like a sign for a shop or something, and I completely misread it.
Cool Cat, you won't be able to post a link. YouTube chat will moderate it.
Best bet, Cool Cat is
post it on the
join
the Discord. Great minds think alike. So Zippo hand warmers. Is it Zippo hand waters? Flagenbergen, fucking Schnegen. Zippo hand warmers. Do you have to set fire to them?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that safe? And then what? I don't get it. I need to go and Google one, don't I, now, to see what it looks like, because I don't even. Hold on, here we go. Zippo hand warmer.
This blanket's lovely and warm, by the way.
Refillable.
Thank you, my love, for the blanket.
It looks like a metal croc. The shoe. It's like
the shoe. They can't be called shoes.
It's a big Zippo, basically, and it's got a flameless heat, and you set fire to it, and then you hold it in your hands whilst it burns. That's crazy. That sounds like an absolute recipe for disaster. It's a catalyst.
It's a catalyst burner.
There's science going on now. There's actual science going on. Stop them.
Yeah, that's just dangerous. Less science, more silly. That's my view on the world.
You can get them that are a bit like glow sticks, can't you? There's two chemicals, and you crack the chemicals, and they mix, and there's an exothermic reaction.
Then you have to boil them to restart them.
Oh, and you boil them to restart them. And you can get cool packs that are the same, and you crack them, and the chemicals mix together, and it creates an endothermic reaction. That's science there. Come on, endothermic reaction. You don't get that.
My lifetime.
You don't get that on Bardwell streams. What?
No, definitely don't get that on Bardwell streams. Oh God, do you know I haven't watched a Bardwell stream in forever. Absolutely forever. I've kind of reached the point in my FPV life that there is no new technologies that make me go, ooh. It's just more rehashing of the same stuff.
And Ghost and Express lunchbox removal systems. It's all good.
Yeah, none of it. It's
ceramic antennas. You're getting old.
Been done. Maybe. I'm just kind of like what I would like to see is some kind of like completely new, completely innovative, completely amazing thing. But there just aren't any. It's just all got oh look, here's a new flight controller that does exactly the same as my last flight controller.
HD was a bit of a earth-shaking thing.
Yeah, but that was like over 2 years ago.
Was it that long? Well, what would you like to see? What's the next big innovation that you really want?
I don't know, really. I really don't know, but I would like to see something. Like I've seen a lot of chatter about like, oh look, there's this H7 flight controller, but actually, what does it actually give you? Absolutely nothing of any real benefit, because it's still running the same software with the same back end. Yeah, it just is able to do it a little bit more quickly.
It's got.
But how is that an advantage when we're not maxing out the CPUs we've got already?
Well, you know, if you're Vanover or Evan Turner or KPV and Bearman, then they will probably notice. They will because they're stupidly quick.
Really?
They're stupidly quick.
Single board Vista, numbskull. That would definitely get my attention. A single board Vista, that would absolutely get my attention.
But that's just like, yeah. But then
It's
you
not
blow
gonna
everything up in one crash because you damage the.
Yeah, but at the moment your Vista's 2 boards and you break one
Oh,
of them
well,
and you
yeah,
killed
I
it
suppose.
anyway.
Smaller.
Medi's right. It's an evolution in
Smaller
batteries. That'd
HD.
be good.
That's what we want.
Need AI PID tuning. That's an interesting thing you say there, Clive, because a few years ago there was a guy. I think he was doing some work in MIT, and he actually released a AI-based quad thing, and it didn't have PID tuning or anything like that because the quad taught itself to fly. So you give it stick inputs, and the quad would teach itself. But I haven't seen anything about that project in a long, long time. I can't even remember what it was called, but it was like a whole thing. Even Joshua Bardwell did a video of it back in the day.
Because if so, that's where I remember it from.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Do we think we've peaked with batteries? It's mobile phones really that drove batteries, wasn't it? The evolution of mobile phones drove batteries to become smaller and in much more demand for, you know, more and more battery life on smaller and smaller phones. But have we hit the point now where the diminishing returns are such that the batteries aren't going to get smaller and better, or is there?
I think so. I think so. I think what we need is like we need a revolution. Viva la revolution.
PID tuning firmwares pop up and then seem to disappear shortly after. Yeah, I've only ever seen one, but it did seem to disappear. Perhaps.
I'm pretty sure, from what I remember of the project, it was literally done as a thing for his degree or his masters or something.
So do you think once he got his qualification, he was like, "Yeah, screw you bitches, I'm done."
Done that. Yeah, it wasn't done as a project like your beta flights and your iNavs and your clean flights and your base flights and your multi-Wiis.
Yeah.
See, I'm old.
Simon
multi-Wii.
I don't know.
I miss Simon K.
I don't tune my quads anyway. How guys out there in chat? How many of you actually tune your quads, and how many of you just stick beta flight on it and leave it at defaults, and maybe change your rates?
I haven't tuned a quad since the KK2
The
board.
last quad I tuned was a 3-inch Zoot, and I was a Zoot, and I was only tuning it because it was completely freaking unflyable because the arms were made of spaghetti and it suffered so much from resonance cascades that I was desperately trying to tune it into something flyable, and in the end the only way I found to make it fly reliably was to unplug the battery and throw the fucking thing. So that's the last time I tuned anything. Cool cat, very true that. What was true? ELRS. Yes, ELRS is apparently a beautiful thing. I'm told. But I'm ghost now. I've gone ghost. I've finally gone ghost, and that's a beautiful thing. You turn on your quad and it automatically goes to the right video channel, and you turn on your goggles and they automatically go to the right video channel, and when you want to change both of them you just change it on your transmitter and your quad and your goggles change to the correct channel. It's brilliant.
I do that on my goggles and have done for 2 years.
Look, I was excited, alright.
I press a button on my goggles and it changes channel and everything just works.
Clive FPV says I borrow tunes. That's reasonable. KPV tunes because he has too much time on his hands, obviously. The last thing I saw KPV turn to tune was that 7-inch that again flew like poop. I see when it says the battery tech academia is years behind the battery companies. None of the big companies want to be the first to release something new because they can't protect the intellectual property. Meh. So it comes down to money as usual. Yeah. So
Doesn't
we
it
could
all?
be driving around in Teslas with batteries that big that last for 3 days, but somebody doesn't want to make everybody else to make money off of it. Robust lipo technology. No, that's never coming, is it?
Lipo's a dead
They
technology.
can only be robust
quite frankly.
if
lithium's
they can only
not
be
the
robust
future.
if they're not lithium. What about hydrogen fuel cells on quads?
Been done.
Was it good? Did it explode?
Been done. I don't know. No, it flew for quite some time though. When it's
Yeah,
tank
but when you
compressed
smack a wall
hydrogen.
in a bando, that's going to go bang really impressively, isn't it? Surely.
Yeah.
Crossfire can do
There you
that
go,
too.
cool
I
cut.
know, but go. Stop it. Stop it.
Sorry, sir. Cool Cat's right. Yeah, hydrogen fuel cell drones. So the next thing to happen, drones large are flying with 4 kilos
Wow.
for over an hour.
Well, we don't want that.
So yeah, I mean hydrogen fuel cells. We've got to remember that these things have been around since the 60s. So you know, NASA used hydrogen fuel
We don't
cells to
want
go
that.
to the moon.
We don't want big drones that can fly for hours, because if we get big drones that can fly for hours, then Amazon and Domino's will start delivering stuff with those drones, and we'll be out of the sky. We don't want that.
Domino's flying pizza delivery. Oh my god, sign me
I
up.
like big drones, and I cannot. Probably some sort of solid state batteries. No, yeah. Tuning quads are for pilots with too much free time on their hands. KPV, fight! I don't know. No, I to be honest, I have a lot of respect for people that can tune, because it's absolute black magic to me. I don't understand it at all. So if you do tune your quads, good on you, I say.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But certainly for the last few years at least, there's been no real need to, because out of the box, the firmware flies
You
just
put
fine.
Beta Flight
So-
4 point whatever the latest is on a quad, and it flies. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Ghost is very sexy and very user friendly, and if you've got Orca goggles and you put an Atto Ghost receiver in them, it's cool. It is very cool. But then you just don't want to go sharp bite because you spent so much money on Ghost. Kiss. I've still never flown a Kiss quad, but Winter Blue will love you for saying Kiss, because he loves Kiss.
I do fly Kiss, yeah. In fact, I not only have Kiss on my 5-inch quad, I have Kiss in my tiny trainer.
Interesting.
And I literally just I ran the Kiss configurator, I inputted my rates and my switch positions, and that was it. And it flies just
Is
like
it
my
gonna rain
5-inch
tomorrow?
does.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Alexa, is it going to rain tomorrow?
No rain is expected in Birmingham tomorrow.
Why is she so quiet? Alexa, volume 5. Alexa, is it going to rain tomorrow?
No rain is expected in Birmingham, England tomorrow.
There you go. I might charge a tiny trainer.
I won't. I'll be at the office tomorrow, and it will be dark when I get there, and it will be dark when I get home.
Why do we change the clocks? It's such a stupid idea.
You should
Yeah.
charge it, because I'm out in the afternoon.
You're out in the afternoon.
Yes, from the other.
You set off our Alexa.
Alexa, buy chicken butts.
I don't know that.
I hate you.
Hold on. Let's see if we can get both of them going at the same time. Alexa, fart.
That was a catch-up one. Try asking me for a random fart or try a 30 seconds fart countdown.
Alexa, shut up.
Okay.
KPV's weather report is it will be overcast tomorrow with small patches of sunshine on Wednesday morning. Seems reasonable.
There are fart noises coming from my lounge.
My work here is done.
And on that bombshell, I think it's time to wrap up and call
We
it
have
a
been
night.
on for an hour.
Yeah,
So we need to
whole one.
discuss, since this was a secret special shock horror pop-up show, due to demand. I'm not even sorry.
Oh.
Have you got their Alexas?
Yeah, like everybody watching now has a farting Alexa, which is just fantastic. So I have to say, everybody that stopped us in the street and said, "When are you doing KWADeRATIC? Bring back KWADeRATIC." Thank you. That's been really cool to hear that you guys wanted the show back, because we sit here and do this and we're like, do people, is this entertaining? I don't know. We're having fun, which is the main thing, but
Well, that's the important thing.
to find out you guys are having fun too, and to be asked to bring it back is really, really flattering. So thank you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this
thank you
secret
very much.
special pop-up appearance.
Ooh.
What?
I've got something really important.
Go on.
You ready?
Go on.
Alexa, play Last Christmas by Wham.
That's an outrage. That's an absolute outrage. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourself for doing that. I've got a recordable MP3 doorbell that you can put your own music on. So we're going to put Wham on that so that we can wham all the delivery drivers because they deserve it.
Oh, yes.
So anyway,
I just whammed my fiance in the lounge.
but the impressive thing was you weren't even in the room. You literally whammed her
I
from
know.
behind.
And on that bombshell.
Dear me. Yes, so as I was saying, we are very flattered that you guys wanted us to come back. So we are going to come back. Whilst this was a special little secret pop-up, just to see if we remembered where the buttons were, and it turns out the buttons were here all along. Now we know where the buttons are, and we know we can still do it. We're going to bring KWADeRATIC back. The schedule may be a little bit sporadic because it's Christmas and we have jobs and rapping to do. Yo.
Yeah, I think as far as regular broadcasts go, we'll be looking at something next year.
Yes.
It just because I need proper space rather than my
So
kitchen.
I'm getting my new office. Winter Blue's getting his new office. We will bring KWADeRATIC back due to popular demand, and again, we are really grateful for that. We're really grateful for everybody out there in chat for
Thank you
coming
for all
along.
the
Yes,
nagging.
thanks for nagging us. Thanks for joining us tonight. This has been a great deal of fun, and it's nice to know we still know how to do it. It's nice to know you guys are still out there. We will, of course, be twisting RC Maniac's arm and bringing back some tips of the week, and possibly some other features and bits and bobs as well. We've got some ideas.
We've got a video from before
Yes.
I moved here. That we do need to bring that
I need to
into
finish
fruition.
editing that, and that will
need to
be
edit that.
one of our features that will be coming along with the new show.
And that will come out on the first proper show we
Really?
do back. So I'm giving yes, because
Damn
you're going to make it happen.
That means we've got to do it now. All right, that's a deal.
You
It's a
do
deal.
have to do it.
I don't know what day of the week it will be. It will at the
No.
moment it will be what it will be, but we are committing to bringing it back. Yeah,
To doing some
absolutely.
shows. In the meantime, we will continue with the lost episodes as and when
We'll
we
fit them in.
be asked.
Maybe there'll be a Christmas special. You never know your luck.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you,
Merry
everybody out there in
Christmas.
chat. Thank you, Winter Blue. Thank you, everybody.
Peace.
Well, that's it. That's been a return show of KWADeRATIC. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you all very soon. Stay safe out there. If I don't see you before next year, have a fantastic Christmas. And don't forget to ding my bell.